I'm going to switch to English now. Thank you for everyone for being patient, and whoever left the chat, please come back.
Wait, sorry.
Marco Panichi asked about 20 meters.
20 meters
of sprint. Who is gonna win? Chicco Panic?
Tra te io? No, ma dai, cioè, scusami, però non è un competizione da 20 metri, scusami, però veramente forse non so, forse in calcio puoi vincere se giochi con altri 3 amici contro me solo, forse in questo puoi vincere, dai.
Aspetta, io Inter e tu Milan, ricordiammo. Vabbè, sorry. No, this point is quite important because as I said before, I didn't know exactly what you want to do. This kind of helping, how we say,
to help the people,
the play.
Thank you for asking me that. Yes, basically there were some stories around that in the media these days about, you know, obviously the help to the players between 150 or 250 and 700, and obviously I actually received a lot of positive messages and letters of gratitude from a lot of players that are lower ranked. So I'm really glad for that. But obviously this is not only my initiative. I'm really privileged to be in a position to use my status of, you know, being a top player that can, in these times, raise the awareness of the players that are struggling, you know, financially, economically. I personally have earned enough money to live for many more years without playing tennis. So for me, it's not an issue. But there is a lot of players in the lower levels, actually, of professional tennis, of the, you know, futures level, challenger level, that are struggling a lot. So there's been a lot of conversation with the ATP management on how do we support them. So ATP has created a player relief fund that is going to receive donations from various different sides. Obviously, ATP has designated a certain amount of money. I cannot, you know, speak in public about the amount of money that will be out.
The ATP is that ATP that is give to them?
Exactly. ATP will contribute a certain amount of money that is significant money to the fund. Then Grand Slams as well will contribute, and ITF. So only thing I can say is that there's going to be several $1 million. I'm not going to say the exact price because I don't. ITF, ATP, and Grand Slams, and then players individually can help as much as they want. You know, I did talk with Roger and Rafa, and we did try to propose a financial, let's say, model, a proposition of how much per player, per ranking player should donate. Into giving money, whatever the ranking is. So I understand that there are differences in the opinions. So I invite anybody who is, you know, who likes tennis, who wants the tennis to survive as a sport, because I think we don't understand. I think we are still not aware of how much struggle there is on this level between, for sure, 250, 300, and whatever 1,000 of the world. You know, many of the guys that have contacted my brother and some other friends that I have on the Challenger Tour have said that they're strongly considering to stop playing tennis because they don't have
it's quite difficult
possibilities anymore. Exactly, they have to earn money, they have to survive in some way. They don't have sponsors, they don't have federation behind them. So this is a significant issue for our sport because we I think as sport have to think how we will expand the base, how we will attract the younger generations and give them an opportunity to understand that if you play professional tennis, even if you're not top 100, top 200 number as much as we can, but also, Fabio, what we have to do is the reason why we have tried to push this initiative with players is that because I feel even though Grand Slams, ATP, everybody is going to put in and donate money into this player relief fund, I feel that the players should show the solidarity and show the unity in these moments and show to these lower ranked players that we are not that we don't forget about them, that they're there, they're present, and they're very important because they are the face of our sport. Sorry?
You are there for them also. You are there for them also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know?
Yeah.
So
that's a really good idea.
Yeah. So hopefully something will happen. I think that there will be more regional prize money tournaments. I think this is what is going to happen very soon because I don't know what's going to happen with quarantine. Spain, Italy, all the other countries in the world will have a probably different model of going out from the strict quarantine. So it will be different for all the countries, which will be difficult to start off the tour because our tour is every week, as you know, in different country.
Sure.
So I think there will be more regional tournaments, prize money tournaments, points probably not at the moment because it's very complicated. But yeah, let's see. You know, do you miss tennis? You miss competing?
Yes.
Sometimes I miss, but sometimes also it's quite difficult because you know now because I'm with the family, so as best I can because you know every week, as you say, we go in China, we go back in Europe, so the tour it's quite long. So now I start missing for sure. But as I say, I mean, my position, my opinion is that this year I'm not like tournament director. I know nobody from the ATP. I'm just a player that is inside the tour. But for me, it's gonna be really tough to play again because I mean, Nole, I mean, you can imagine that I'm the tournament director of whatever tournament that we're gonna play. I mean, and you're coming from Serbia, as you say, the quarantine in Serbia is finishing 20th of May. So in Spain, in the 25th of June. So it's quite difficult to pretend that play tournament again and people coming from 50 people or whatever, 32 people plus doubles, plus coach, plus whatever, they're coming from any different country. So you can imagine that, okay, I played Davis Cup without nobody. I mean, I was alone with the other player, umpire. The ball boy just gave me the ball, no towel, whatever. And in my opinion, I like to play with the public because I think also you can imagine one final of Grand Slam without nobody on.
How do you support tennis tournaments being organized without any crowd?
Yes or no, because I mean, I think also we are there for them.
We play for
the. No, we play for them, but
yes.
It's nice, you know what I mean? It's nice to play Novak Djokovic against me, or I play against Roger, and of course I play in the biggest stadium that I always dream to play, and there is nobody.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
it's quite difficult. I understand there is something behind that, but I prefer to start again when I know also that it's difficult to say that when everything is gone, but we never know. So I think we have to start to do something more smart or whatever, because you can imagine in Grand Slam, for example, as we play New York and we are under 28 people that are coming in New York. I make an example, New York, and for a different country, you can imagine if one gets sick on this occasion, it's gonna make like bomba.
Yeah, of course.
It's quite difficult. So I don't see. I see always like really. I don't see the sunshine. Believe me.
So what do you think? Speaking of the crowd, what is the best crowd that you ever had in your life on the tennis court?
Well, are we talking generally on Italy?
No, just in general. What is the best crowd in front of in front whatever you played in front of the crowd? Best crowd in Italy or somewhere else in the world?
In Italy, I have to say Rome and Naples. Naples, they are unbelievable. Naples are really, really good.
Grande
Grande Napoli. And outside, I would say, well, it's a
Well, I don't know. That's a
good question, man. What's yours?
Well, I have to say as well, even though I am not Italian, but one of the best supports that I ever had is in Roma. I have a tremendous support there. I have a very nice support in Monte Carlo, and
Monte Carlo also. I mean, it's
yes,
like home for me. So
exactly. Well, you had a pretty good Monte Carlo last year, eh?
You know that somebody.
Remember, the question was at this time last year, I won Monte Carlo, and in 2013, you beat Rafa in the final.
After
winning like 10 in a row or whatever.
Yes.
So somebody remember that that day.
Nice. No, for me, I think also I love to play in Australian Open, and obviously, I mean the Grand Slams are special. But the biggest crowd support, obviously Davis Cup in Serbia, and and Italia, also China, Serbia. And it's great. We have a couple of more questions we're gonna go through for both you and me.
Yeah, I think we're talking about tennis, and I ask you, what's the biggest rules in tennis that you
maybe would like to change?
That I would like to change. This is a very good question, because everything in life is moving constantly. So it's really hard to say that if you stay, it's like technology. If you use a telephone today, an iPhone today, in few years it will be already an old iPhone. Everybody will look at you. I mean, what kind of an iPhone model you're using? You're so old style. So obviously for technology specific, but I feel like for a lot of things in life, you just in a way have to innovate, not just yourself, but also the industry that we are in, which is tennis and sport. I think needs to keep evolving, keep growing, keep developing. So
I have one.
I think one thing that I just want to say, we have one fact that when I heard, I was really shocked a little bit, is that in United States and in Europe, the average tennis fan is 60 plus years old. So that is something that that is a little bit scary, to be honest, because that's not our sport is doing well, because it's a very global, international sport, followed everywhere, and popular sport, thankfully. But we have to do something to bring in the new generations. Next Gen Finals in Milan was a very good test, I would say, to try to experiment with some rule changes, like playing the sets up to four. No advantage, very fast, very dynamic, best of 5 sets. I'm not sure if I would go right away to that, like no ad, play the set up to 4. I'm maybe not in favor of that, but there are some things that I would change, because like coaching on the court,
Exactly.
you know, what do you feel? What do you feel is the rule that you would change?
That I think
Is that one? I agree 100% about coaching on court.
How would you do it? How would you introduce coaching to the court, on the court?
like the game.
Like say every set you have once, and then
But same like in women's tennis. So the coach would come in. Yes.
From the crown or from the box. So
But
I mean, I think we have more than one different way to do it.
But would you have the microphone on your coach's shirt while he's speaking to you, so that everyone hears?
No.
This one, no. It should come directly to you, I think.
So this is what I am also a little bit. I'm divided between the two, because I also feel coaching already happens in tennis. I mean, even though in men's tennis, of course, women's tennis, it's already it's official, so they allow it, you know, for a coach to come in, but they don't allow coaching obviously from the stands, from the player's box. Coaching happens from the player's box, both in men's and women's tennis anyway. You know it, we know it, and that's it. So it's just a matter of how the chair umpire, how tolerant he is, and how much he really hears or sees or not. Okay. So I feel like, you know, a lot of coaches use use maybe verbal coaching, you know, or some signs or whatever it is, signals. I think that the coaching should be official in men's tennis, but I don't agree that everyone will hear it, because if everyone hears what you, that information can easily travel to the coach of your team, of your opponent's team. You know, your opponent's team can receive a message. Okay, he told him this and that and this and that, whatever. Next thing you know, coach goes out to coach your opponent, and he tells him, listen, this is what his coach told him. So I would do it somehow, like, I don't know, in team sports, like in football, for example, you know, the player goes to his coach, and coach has a communication with him, but no one really hears. They have to read from lips what he's saying. So I feel like maybe a possible possibilities that the hindrance or take away the time of your opponent. You stand up before the chair umpire calls time. You go earlier to your coach and you speak to him. You know what I mean? And this is one of the ways that you can do it. I know that it will be more attractive for fans to hear what coach is telling you. I understand that there were, you know, there is a possibility, obviously, of you communicating through headsets like in Milan that they did with Next Gen, but I don't know. I'm a little bit still not very clear with that.
Like a coach, who will you choose? Like a player to coaching?
If I can coach somebody, you would definitely be one of the players that I would like to coach.
Serbia.
I would, Serbia. No, because I think you are one of the most talented players that I have ever seen, that I ever played against, and you know, I think your team and your coaches are already doing a very good job, but I feel I can contribute a little bit more.
Meno male, va.
I would. Who else? Who would you coach?
Uno. Secondo me bisogna vedere.
Yeah, I would like to coach. I would probably coach Felix Auger. I would love to coach him, because I think he's a great guy, very talented, fantastic work ethics, like really nice.
Hello.
Sorry? And Chapo as well. Great guys, absolutely.
italiano?
Another 5 minutes before they stop us.
Le ultime due domande in italiano, perché ovviamente il pubblico è in italiano. So che tu sei molto vicino agli italiani, vai in vacanza in Italia, tutto quello. Mi chiedono qual è il cibo italiano che più preferisci e che cosa ami di più degli italiani.
Pasta, ovviamente.
Vabbè, ma ricordiamo che tu sei un po' particolare col cibo, eh?
Ok, vabbè, pasta senza glutine, dai. Però pasta pasta fatta a casa, pasta quella come si chiama? Amatriciana, no? Amatriciana?
Carbonara.
Sì, quella a Taverna Trilussa a Roma, quella famosa. Con nostro... Sì, quella è fantastica là. Dammi un'altra domanda perché voglio mettere Fiore 2 minuti qui sul live.
Che cosa ami più degli italiani?
Che cosa ami più?
Un po' italiano, dai. Perché c'hai tutto il team che è metà italiano, quindi...
Sì, la cultura, cioè cultura, storia, tutto quanto, il paese più bello, il cibo...
Ma perché non hai preso il passaporto italiano? Fammi capire.
Però perché erano Fognini e Gianluca Naso che erano meglio di me e non potevo.
E Iari Natali.
Iari
Natali, te lo ricordi?
Sì, e Natali Iari, sì, bravo. Però volevo dire che è uno dei più grandi nel mondo e che mi sento molto vicino alla mentalità e anche, cioè, questa, I'm gonna say it in English, ok?
Non ti preoccupare.
I'm gonna say in Italian, vi amo, ok? I'm not gonna speak more, I love Italy, I love Italy. Amico, dove è Rosario? Rosario, Fiore, dove
Rosario sei? È andato in meditazione.
No, Fiore, dove sei? Wait, he was here. I wanted to bring him in for 2 minutes. Vabbè, amico.
Saluta tutta la famiglia.
Grazie, ciao.
Un bacione.
Grazie, grande bacio, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.